Three, two, one, go.
Welcome everybody. Today is the first ever Blank podcast. I'm your host, Gali Banner, here with my co-host.
Hi guys, I'm Catherine.
Hey guys, it's your boy, Justin.
Today's podcast is titled The Spooky Podcast, and we'll get into that in a bit. But first, I would like us to just introduce ourselves and talk a little bit about us so you know who's going to be talking to you for the next hour and a half.
Well, I'll start off, boys. I never really did a podcast before, but it sounds fun and just time to chop it up with the boys. That's really it.
That's fine.
Yeah, like for me, I've been wanting to do a podcast since probably sophomore year, just because I always found it really cool, just to entertain people and shit like that. So I've been wanting to do one for a while now. I just never really got around to doing it, and it's really nice to be able to sit down and actually record an episode.
Yeah. So for me, I've been wanting to do a podcast for years, and honestly, to get this moment with some of my closest friends to just hop on a podcast and talk to random people on the internet for hours just sounds like an amazing idea. And honestly, together, it's probably going to be chaotic at times, it's going to be intellectual at times, and I just hope you guys are down to experience the whole ride fully. But I'm gonna start talking about myself first, if that's all right with you guys.
Go for it, bro.
So yeah,
I'm not really
anyway.
good at the whole introduction shit, so
Yeah.
You guys
I'm
can
gonna
just
say my
piggyback
name,
on
that's
for
it.
what I say. Y'all can just piggyback for because I'm really good at introducing myself. So my real name is Giovanni. I'm not saying my government. Sorry, you guys are not getting that yet. But basically, I'm a 6 foot tall, curly haired Dominican. You can take that as you want. And for me personally, I just love talking. I love talking for hours. It's one of my favorite things. I'm gonna plug my Twitch channel if that's alright, which I Gali Banner. Follow me on Twitch. You already know.
Oh, whoa,
Hold on.
Whoa.
Advertise, bro. Are you really
Advertising?
advertising to our one fan, bro? Are you serious?
To our one fan.
Bro,
But
you
anyways,
can't be.
I'd like to thank my
You
mom.
joking?
Hi, Mom.
Hi,
But yeah, that's
Mom.
basically what y'all guys are gonna get from me today. So, who wanna go next?
I'll go right ahead. All right, so my name is Justin. So you may know me as the channel name Summer Kitty 21, or less commonly known as Chinese Food on PlayStation, or probably in Twitch
Chinese
soon
food.
enough when I change my name. But hopefully later on down the line, I should be able to change my name to Chinese Food and change the banner and stuff like that for my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm Chinese Food. What's up?
Well, I'll just say this. It seems now we're just plugging our socials now.
You can plug your Twitter.
I don't got any socials. All you gotta know about me is my name is Catherine. That's it.
That I like that.
That's it.
Today I want to speak about a little bit just about the title, Blank Podcast, and how we got this title. Who wanna introduce it?
Well, I'll say we can't, bro. We spent hours thinking of the name, but
Hours.
we couldn't think of a name, so we just said the Blank Podcast, and whatever we talking about, that's the name of the podcast for today. So I think we're talking about ghosts today. I think Halloween's coming up, so it's the Ghost Podcast now. That's how we're doing it.
It might be called Spooky Podcast. We'll think of that as we go.
No,
but basically,
Ghost Podcast.
Ghost Podcast? I like
It gotta be
that.
Ghost Podcast.
It gotta be.
That's
So
what I'm
as
saying.
you guys can tell by the title, we're gonna be talking about paranormal experience. More specifically, most of the time, we're gonna be spiritual. So
Spiritual.
God, dude, this is so fucking professional.
Justin, this is what a podcast is. You gotta get
It's never professional. It's always just
Yes, it is.
people just shooting the shit. It's
Bro,
So
you start off a regular
Yeah.
conversation. The moment you put podcast on it, it's professional, bro.
it's
no,
professional.
it's not. What are
man.
you talking about? It's
You
literally
get
just
into that
people
business.
recording their conversation.
Exactly. That's what we're
Record
doing
it.
right now.
No, it's more important than that, Justin. What would the sponsors think, bro?
Yeah.
What will the sponsors think?
We need people to drink coffee to our podcast, alright? Get into
Yeah,
that mindset. But anyways,
exactly.
so back to ghosts, right? What was the scariest thing that happened in your life? Not even paranormal. Yeah, paranormal activity. What's the scariest thing you got experienced so far?
Scariest thing that's ever happened to me, bro.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I never really I used to watch when I was younger. I used to watch all sorts of ghost shows and all that because I
Yeah.
used to love that. That was
Me too,
always
love
my
that
thing.
shit.
I've never really had any scary experiences myself, paranormal. But I would say if I'd have to think of one, is that time that I think Justin, you were there when we went into when we went to the abandoned
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah, crazy. I would never
Go
do
ahead. I'm gonna let you tell it because it's it's so stupid, but it's not. It's okay. So it's not even paranormal. It's just terrifying. When you were an 8th grader, going into ninth grade, it's just absolutely terrifying to see that. Actually, no, we were in 9th grade, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a winter of ninth grade. It was just absolutely terrifying to see that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and let you tell the story.
When they all came up to my house, I was just I used to go on like walks around my neighborhood, and I saw this like giant, like big ass building, bro. We're in the middle of the suburbs, bro. It's like for you to see like this giant like type building you see in the city is like weird as fuck. So I started looking around and not minding my own business. I see like a little hole in there, and like a hole that like leads into the building. And I was like, bro, you know, it'd be a great idea. Let's go in that bitch, bro. Let's just go in it.
Y'all wild.
Bro, I swear to God, I thought of so many different scenarios if we went in there. I was like, bro, if there's a demon in there, probably kill me and shit. Like some Blair Witch shit, bro. So we're waiting outside. I go in. We all go in, bro. And look straight out of a horror movie. It's like exactly what you think. Picture an abandoned building in your head right now. That's what it looked like. I think I still got videos of it, bro. And
yeah, we recorded it. I
bro,
remember it was really cool.
To be honest, the reason I say it was scary, bro, because we didn't even explore the building, bro. We're a bunch of like, we're a bunch of like scaredy cat, like ninth graders, bro. We just go in, and then I was in the back. I send in like my other, like we send in, I think, Ansel and Justin going first, and we all crawl in, bro.
No, I was one of the last people to go in. I remember.
You were the one of the last people to go in.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, because you guys wanted to go in front.
And then I don't know what happened, bro. All I could say, I think that what was really scary about it was the anticipation, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like anticipating. I think anticipation is the worst type of fear because you got all these thoughts in your head. What's about to happen?
Yeah.
Worst, terrible, bro.
Can you guys imagine though, while you're crawling into the air, and like at the end of the tunnel, you just see a face pop up, pure white face, and it starts crawling into the tunnel, going at super fast, coming straight at you while you guys stuck in there.
So the thing is about like this building was that it was apparently like an abandoned like what's it called?
It was like a gym.
Yeah, it was like a gym or something. And so like we go in there, we're not really expecting much, you know. We're just expecting like exploring the abandoned building for the first time.
Huh?
No,
I was expecting like some type of cult, bro. I was thinking there are demons in that bitch, bro.
I wasn't thinking much. I was like, oh, dude, this is so cool. We're exploring abandoned building. But like we go down, we go in there, right? And like we take a couple of steps in. It's like basically pitch black in there. And we see like this little like white light shining towards us. We were so scared. We ran back to like the little window. We were all like crawling up like this little counter thing that was there. They were like helped us like get back up. And I believe Ansel cut his hand on the glass for the window that he would come in. And that was just so like terrifying to everybody just because it was like we didn't know what it was. But later on down the line, I believe we found out it was just like what was it again? It was like
actually, I don't know, bro. I had so many ideas in my head, but I never knew where it was. Because personally, I was in the back of everybody. Because, like, shit goes down. I'm the first one out. That's just true.
Everybody was racing to get out, bro. I was struggling to get up that counter because everybody kept pushing me down.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Justin to die.
Yo, imagine that. I think, honestly, bro, if it's a horror movie, you gotta be the one in back, bro. Because, shit goes down. You gotta be the first one out. That's just this is how it's gotta be.
This is my philosophy, man. If it's like a horror movie situation, you gotta be in the middle. Because somebody can sneak up on you in the front, and somebody can run at you from the front. I mean, somebody can sneak up on you from the back, and somebody can run up on you from the front. So the middle is the safest because it's surrounded.
Yeah, so you're just gonna leave the guy.
Somebody else gonna die
first. Leave your boys to die while you in the middle.
Somebody else dies first, and I'm living. Okay, it's the plays, man. It's the plays.
I get to the logic here that like I'll tell your story to your family. I'll let them know how you you may have been pissing. You may have been pissing your pants, and you probably look like a wreck, bro. But you know what? I'll tell your family. I'll tell your girlfriend.
I'll tell your family
that you were trying to fight. You were trying to fight for your life.
You fought this demon hand to hand. You put a couple of hooks into his face, but he just had the upper hand, and he started clawing at you. And I'm gonna be honest. I went to stomping out, but he disappeared. He tried grabbing me. I said, "Sayonara, bitch," and I jumped out that window. That's all that I'm gonna say, man.
Bro, your girlfriend about to be like, oh, it's so glad that he had a friend with him in his final moments. When in reality, I'll probably kick you in.
I closed the door on your ass.
Y'all still my boys. But like, if it comes down to it, bye, nigga. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
out.
I won't see y'all.
So
But
I actually have a pretty good ghost story that happened to me. It's actually pretty recent. It was this year during quarantine.
can I get
Yeah,
pause real quick? I want y'all
yeah,
opinions on this.
got you.
So what do you say? Do y'all like just right now? Do y'all both believe in ghosts?
Oh
Hell
yeah, most
yeah.
definitely. Yeah,
Y'all
Yeah,
most
both?
definitely.
yeah, definitely. By the way,
Okay,
Rob,
well
leave
then,
that
yo,
in.
Gio, tell your
Without a
story.
shadow of a doubt.
So no, we don't need to edit that out. We need that in the podcast. But anyways, back to my story, right? I think it was around 2 a.m., maybe 3 a.m., right? And I'm going to sleep. I didn't take I already took a shower way earlier. My hair is dry, whatever. And I laid on my bed. Now keep in mind, to this day, all I've been doing was watching anime. I was with my cat in the living room. It was dark. And I go to my room and I lay in my bed and I'm facing my wall. Now my bed is on the floor. My door is closed and my cat is in my living room. I have nobody else except my two brothers who've both been sleeping for hours. And they rarely get up. And I lay down in my bed, put my cover over me, and I'm looking towards my wall. I know that's a bad move when you're going to sleep. But, today I was feeling dangerous.
You
I
a
was feeling
brave
dangerous.
man, bro. You a
I, I,
brave
I,
man,
I, was, I
Oh,
was feeling
absolutely.
dangerous, man. You know I was feeling dangerous.
bro. To this day, like I do not sleep on low beds. I'm 17 years old, damn near an adult, and I sleep in a loft bed, bro. You can't catch me in a low bed, bro.
What's a loft bed? What do you mean by
Yeah,
A
that?
what is
loft
that?
bed, bro? You never seen, bro? It's like a bunk bed, but instead there's not like a second bunk. It's just like above the ground.
Oh, oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no,
No,
yeah.
obviously. Yeah, wait.
Since I
Who
have I
sleeps
have a
on the floor?
triple bunk bed. Believe that
You
or
a
not, I have a
triple bunk?
triple. Yeah,
Them
so it's
shits
three
exist?
beds. Yeah,
Yeah,
Three
they
I'll send you a
beds?
exist.
picture
Yeah,
later.
I
I
didn't think
have
it existed, but like,
Yeah,
he
it's
has.
shaped weirdly, but I'm on my back, right? And I'm feeling demon mode, right? I'm feeling in my demon mode, but I'm going to sleep, right? I'm doing my normal thing. I have my blanket over me. I'm kind of cuddled up, and I'm laying on my side. Remember that detail. Tell me
Mm.
why I felt something like the warmest embrace, but still chilling. Come and hug me from the back. Put the arms over my left shoulder and under my stomach, right? So that it's hugging me, right?
You getting
And
spooned by a
for
ghost?
the first time in my life, I froze. But that's not the end. Cause then I started hearing whispering. Keep on, I'm already wide awake, so there's no way I'm dreaming. I started hearing, I can move perfectly fine, so it's not sleep paralysis. And I'm hearing whispering in my ear. I could not, know what it was saying, cause it was more like, and it was multiple. Bro, I froze completely, nigga. I went stiff. First time in my life I've been so scared. And it's after I felt it go away, it didn't even just disappear like it usually does when you wake up completely. It was like it faded away slowly, like it almost stopped hugging me and left.
Oh no, what the fuck?
Damn, that's
And
not, bro.
it took
That's
me an
terrifying, man.
hour to just quickly shift to the other side to make sure there wasn't no demon in my bed, bro. Cause I did not, cause I don't know in my head, I'm like, alright, I just need to know cause I don't want to die tonight. So I did it, and I'm not gonna lie, I swung and punched the shit out my pillow on the other side so I ain't getting caught lacking. I'm swearing to God right now. And I get up, right? And bro, I'm shaking, I'm shivering. I turn on my light mad fast, I turn around, and again, I put my boxing gloves on cause I'm not dying without a fight. If this demon
Time
want
out.
to possess me,
Hold up. You getting ready to fight? You put your boxing gloves on, bro? You ain't bare
no, no,
knuckling?
no. I'm saying I put my boxing hands up.
Oh,
I put them
Oh,
into
okay, yeah, because you said
position.
boxing gloves. I was like,
Oh, my fault. I didn't even mean to say that, but I was ready
yo,
to knock a demon out, bro. I was ready to fight the whole entirety of hell before I die, right? I was on that time because I have a fighter. My flight or fight response is fight, because I'm slow. I am slow. So I got up and I started fighting, and there was nothing in my room, bro. Nada.
I can imagine that shit, honestly, bro. So
Bro,
you
that
just
was
tell me you jump out of
terrifying.
bed. You just jump out of bed like throwing hands in the air, bro.
I
I
was
know this
ready
is
to throw hands, bro.
like for me, like okay, like you talking about your bed and stuff like that. Like I know this is completely unrelated to the ghost like topic, but
Uh,
I I remember like this was like probably like a month ago. I remember I was so scared of okay, so I woke up like so fucking terrified. I just I slammed my head into the wall because I was like facing the wall when I
God.
woke up. And
I've done that.
yeah, no, but you sleep on a bunk bed though, so you have an excuse. Like you can get up and like hit the top of the bunk. No, I hit my wall. I
I've
have
done
no
that
reason
too.
why I should have hit my wall, but I did.
Yeah, that's tough. Yo, but back what Gio was saying, bro. So you're telling me you were just laying down and you feel like a warm embrace, bro? So you're getting like
Yo,
spooned by a ghost. basically getting spooked by a ghost.
I basically, bro. Wait, who knows? Maybe it was like a couple of like, very like cute women who just died in my building or something, and they came and hugged me because they thought I was cute or something. Who knows, man? Who knows?
So you're telling me that? Oh, bro, then you a player, bro. You
I'm
telling me dead
I
ghosts.
get ghost
coming to
pussy,
hug you, bro.
nigga. I get ghost pussy.
Oh, so that's what we calling it now.
Yeah, I
Bro,
get ghost pussy.
Imagine getting fucked by a ghost. Like,
Bro,
Hey, man,
yo, we're not taking it. I don't want to take
no,
it
like
there.
imagine you just
I
like
don't want to
you're
take it
just
there,
getting
bro.
fucked like in your like you're just like in your room, right? Like your mom walks in, your pants are completely like getting just pulled down and just getting your dick is just moving by itself.
Bro, that'd be weird as hell.
It would be
But we
weird
ain't
as hell.
talking
How would I
about.
explain
I
that?
am not. I'm pretty sure that's like necrophilia, son. I ain't talking about
It's
that.
It's not
somewhere around
necrophilia,
it.
'cause, like, think
It's
about it, it's
somewhere in
like-
that line. It's somewhere in that line. It has
No,
to be. It's
a
like a
line
line
must be
somewhere.
Nah,
crossed.
it's not
for you
ghost
to
though.
be
It's not.
doing
It's
that.
not. No, because necrophilia is when you're like you're doing it with dead bodies. It's not
Yeah.
like it's not necrophilia. That's a ghost. That's a ghost, my nigga.
Bro, yo, Justin. You talk about necrophilia one more time, you're risking the sponsor. What the sponsors hear you talking about that?
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on,
but like,
Justin.
Think about the sponsors, bro. Pepsi, I'm sorry.
Pepsi doesn't even like YouTube anymore, didn't they? Like they pulled their ad like back in like 2016.
Okay, no, that's the point. Pepsi, don't listen to him, bro.
Yeah, come on, Pepsi. We need the
Yeah,
Pepsi
Pepsi,
sponsor.
we're trying to get that bread, bro.
But
So,
I have
yeah.
a lot of ghost stories too. I have one where Justin lived in that area. I'm not gonna say it because of confidential reasons. So my dad, right? Yeah, this is a long time after like he broke up with my mom or whatever, right? And I pray to God that he never comes back. And so I'm with him, right? And he brings me to Justin's area. And this is before I knew Justin or anything. And he obviously wants to go fuck this woman in there, right? He beating her guts up, but he told me to play with the neighbors. Like the neighbors were cool kids, bro. There was like 4 of them there. And we're playing, and they're like, yo, like, there's this thing we call La Llorona. If you're the Spanish, that means, like, the crier,
Oh, yeah, I know
which
that,
is
bro.
basically, like, the grudge or the ring girl, right? But
Oh,
for
fuck,
Spanish
that's
people.
terrifying.
Yeah, and they're like, yo,
Yeah, I know
in the
what you're talking about.
staircase, we be seeing her there. So, obviously, man, I'm scared shitless, man. I'm a little kid, bro. I'm terrified.
Wait, Gio, I'm curious. Was that in my building or no?
I don't know which building you live in, but it's in one of those buildings.
I'm an
I,
8.
I don't know, man. I was a little kid. I just know it was on the left side. It was on the
Oh,
left
so I'm
side.
chilling. Okay, that was not my building. Okay, we're good.
Oh yeah, no,
We're
on the
good.
left side building, right? I'm in there. I'm on one of the top floors, right? And then
So,
like, yo,
G, I
let's
got a
go
question
see.
real quick. G, I got
Oh,
a question
God.
real quick.
Yeah.
So, you're telling me, just to recap the story. So, your dad out here having an affair, and
No,
you
he's
hang
not
out
having an
with
affair.
kids.
He's not having an affair. He's single right now. He's just
Oh,
fucking
he's
bitches.
single. Oh,
He's
okay.
he just was fucking bitches, bro. And like,
Alright,
this,
so while he dropped you off, while he getting some, you telling me
Yeah.
you don't want the kids to see like a lady? What she look like?
like,
No,
wait,
the kids are
wait,
telling
wait.
him about it.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
Oh,
telling me
they're
about
telling
like,
you about it.
it's
Yeah.
basically they were describing the grudge or the ring, with a girl with her
Oh,
face
yeah,
covered
yeah,
and stuff. It's just a Hispanic version because they were
Yeah.
all Spanish kids.
Because when
And
you say
so
like,
we go into the hallway where we were playing, and I you guys are not gonna believe this, but we all heard like a crying ringing sound, right? That shit scared us, and I'm pussy. So I'm like, nigga, I'm out. Fuck y'all niggas, right? And I start running to their house, and they grab my shoulder, and they're like, no, let's go check it out. And honestly, I'm scared shitless.
Yo, what?
I'm scared
Yo,
shitless.
they're wild. Yo, they're
Listen to
wild.
this.
Nah,
Listen to
so-
this. Since I was so scared, I'm like, I'd rather die with friends than die alone. So I started walking with them. We go into that staircase. You know how the staircase looks there, right? They're like very
Yeah.
small concrete walls. And we peek down the stairs. Bro, nothing there. But then we see a hand peek around. It could have been anything. It could have really been anything.
Oh no.
When I tell you, I did not stay to see. I ran. But they
Wait, did
telling
they?
me
Wait,
they
did they?
telling me a woman did peek around and she had her face covered by black hair and she was wearing white. But I was gone already. Like I didn't stay to see. Come on, guys. I'm not white. I'm not gonna stay there. I ran back to the house and we sitting there and we all panicking. We're like, oh my god, what's happening? What is this? What is this? I did not
Yeah,
come
but
here to
like,
die today.
did the woman
Go
like
ahead.
ever like go up to them or like what happened after that? Like for them, did
That's
you
what
ever
I'm
ask
gonna
them?
tell you. We're in this apartment, and like I'm coming in from like a different room. Like I went to the bathroom, I quick pee because fucking bathrooms, bro. And I come in, and I'm like, what is that? Like I'm stuttering and shit because in the corner, I swear to God, there was a black figure. Nothing there, but like a black figure, almost like a shadow.
Oh no,
And
okay, so The thing is about black figures, it's like, okay, so like I've heard stories about them and like I know what like they're supposed to be and stuff like that, or what supposedly what they are and stuff like that. So basically they're like demons, basically. So
Exactly. But I
yeah,
didn't know that. I just
it's
knew there was
terrifying.
something in that corner and I
Terrifying.
was not getting in that room. So we ran back to the hallway and we're
Thankfully
panicking,
enough,
we're screaming. But this is the craziest part, right? I can't remember what happened after that. I cannot remember what happened to that. Because I was banging. I remember banging on the room my dad was in. They never opened. And after that, my memory is completely gone. The thing is, Justin, I've gone to that woman's house like once or twice because my dad had a kid with her. I've never met those children again. Those children disappeared. I don't remember what they look like. I don't remember like if they were actually Hispanic or not. I just seen something from the corner of my eye outside my window gliding. It was either a very black bird or there's a nigga watching me that can fly.
That's actually terrifying.
I know. But the thing is, like, the scariest part about my story is that I know that is a real story. I know that shit happened, and I don't understand why it's so foggy in my memory. I don't understand why I can't remember those kids, why I've never seen those kids again, and why I can barely remember, like, why everything was so scary at that time. Like, it's just weird because it's so hard to remember.
Dude,
Damn,
like the thing is like about like ghost stories and stuff like that, like stories like that, it makes me like tear up, which is weird. I don't know why it does. Like when it comes to like talking about dead people overall, like it makes me like tear up, and like I'm holding back tears right now because I can't fucking make myself cry on the podcast. But like,
You can't be crying on the podcast.
yeah, exactly. So like the thing is about that, it's like I don't know. Like I'm glad that I have never like come into contact with like a black like kind of figure or any of that, because that is absolutely terrifying. Like I've had like somewhat like of a like okay, so this is somewhat recent. I guess it's like a running with a black figure, but maybe my eyes were deceiving me. Who knows?
So like, what you mean a black
as hell.
figure, Justin? Like it was like pure black or like
Yeah, like pure black, like he was saying, like a shadowy figure.
Yeah, because like sometimes I always notice like people always be like they see the same things every time. I ever got any type of horror stories, they always usually see the same things, like some shadowy figure type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the thing is though, like my run-in with it was like back during quarantine, like when we first like got school canceled basically for like an extended period of time. So for me, this is my one and only run-in with one. Like my eyes might have been deceiving me. I made some ramen or whatever, right? It was like around like 4 a.m., maybe 3, and this was like back when I would like I would always like spend my time in the night like just in the kitchen like baking, cooking, stuff like that. So I'm walking back to my room with my bowl of ramen or whatever, right? And I just see like this like guy kind of figure just like standing there for a second. And I just froze. Like like it's terrifying to me because
where was the guy? Like you were cooking
like,
ramen,
he's like
right?
okay, so my hallway is like my kitchen, right? You go to you come out of the kitchen and then you make a left, right? And then there's a wall right there. He's standing right in front of that wall. And me being so terrified, I freeze for a second, click back. I'm like, okay, yeah, if I don't run, I'm kind of fucked. So I start speed walking to my room because I don't want to spill my ramen. I've never like shut my door so violently at 3 a.m. before. I was so
I know you're in a
scared.
Spanish household, bro. Your mom beat you if you slamming it too loud.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't control it. I literally had to slam it. I was so scared. Like,
Bro.
Like
I
that's
would
my
say-
one and only run-in with one, and like I'm glad I have never like ran into another one like ever because those things are terrifying. Shadowy figures are like scary as shit, and I don't know. Like I've never had a run-in, but I've had like ghost stories before. I have run-ins with ghosts, but never like that kind of entity.
Like intensity either.
Yeah, like not that type of intensity, not that type of entity before. Before that, like that's just like I don't like that. It's scary. But,
So yeah, just I get what you're saying, bro. Like, if it's
dude, I
that
feel like
got you
something
that
bad's about to happen. Like I'm like really anxious right now. I don't know why.
Justin, nothing bad's gonna happen. The worst that's gonna happen right now is your block getting shut up. You know this,
bro.
No,
I feel
because
terrible,
like
bro.
I don't know. Like okay, anyway, go ahead. You can just go ahead.
Well, I'll say this. I will say this, bro. Like y'all got like all these like interesting ghost stories, bro. I ain't got nothing.
No,
Like,
because
y'all
there
live in,
is one that you told me before. I don't know if you remember it,
what
but
I'll
this
tell
was
you.
like back like ninth grade. So this was like I think like either you told me it was either at your old house or your new house. I don't know, but it was like to do with the stairs. There was like some girl or something like in a white veil, Like you saw her like run
The
down
fuck
the
is a
stairs.
veil?
A veil? Nah, it's like that shit. Like
Not
a
veil,
what?
sorry,
You
like
don't
a
know what a
white
veil
dress. And
is?
you saw her like run
Oh,
down,
like
like
the
you saw her
thing,
like run past
yeah.
your door and then like run down the stairs, and then you didn't see anybody there or something like that.
I
Bro.
have
She
one
probably
more
erased
ghost
my memory
story.
or something, cause I can't remember that.
Nigga say,
Cause
yeah,
like,
like me, right?
yeah, cause I remember like when I was younger, like dude, I love Paranormal Activity. Y'all know those movies, right? I
Yeah,
love Paranormal Activities.
fucking amazing
Like,
movies.
hell yeah, yeah. I respect to that, like the niggas who make those movies. Well, I would say that I always had in my head like anytime you watch like any type of haunting, bro, it's always happening in like the big suburban houses. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like you never see like a ghost, and like
Dude, I
maybe
don't
some
like
people have
this feeling
stories, and
whatsoever.
you tell the story. You've already told those stories, but you never see like a ghost in like an apartment or something. Because
Yeah,
if you
like in
did,
the
that'd be
movies
scary
and
as hell.
stuff.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a piss.
Okay, I'll say something real quick
Yeah,
before you say.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I would say, bro, first off, we about to all black out and just wake up tomorrow, like not knowing we ever like filmed the podcast. That's
Can
how
you
about me right
imagine?
now. That's what I'm
I'm fine
saying.
right now. I'm
That's what
fine.
I'm saying. I like, but the shit I wanted to talk about earlier, bro, is like, what type of ghosts do you think you'd see in like the apartment? Because like you always take some basic ghost, like oh, like I got murdered or I hung myself. How come you ain't see no ghost from the hood? Like dead ass.
Yeah, like niggas blasting and shit. We probably do all the time. Can you? Because a lot of people be out when it's dark, so people just be. They probably think this ghost is part of society, man. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I used to be in my grandma's house in like in the Bronx, right?
yeah,
And yo, it'd be like 3 a.m. I hear people yelling and shit, like just
yeah.
outside. You think I'm like a crackhead or some shit, but like let me
No,
find
like
out the
people
like
just.
ghosts and stuff.
Yeah, can you imagine crackhead ghosts? Because there's a lot of crackheads that die around my area, and you don't know. Like you just think
What
they're
would the
sleeping and
crackhead
stuff.
ghost? Well, he's not human anymore. Would he still act like a crackhead? Because like he's not on crack anymore. He's
Can
dead,
you
bro.
imagine? He's just like reciting a Bible. Can you imagine? Because there's a church right next to the crackhead corner. So can you imagine? It's just like that entire grave field that they have. It's just like filled with like crackhead ghosts, and like you walk
Dude,
past there, and it's just all of them reciting the same Bible verse over and over again. You know
that'd
how
be creepy as
terrifying that
hell.
would.
That'd
I
be
would.
creepy as hell, buddy.
I would move. I would move to a better neighborhood. I would pay all my money to go to a better neighborhood.
Niggas will leave the hood just to get away from some crackhead
Yeah,
ghosts.
fuck leaving the hood because it's dangerous. Because it's crackhead ghosts trying to kill me.
Bro, gang violence? Huh? Gang
Gang
violence?
violence? Fuck
Crime?
that. Fuck
Ghosts?
all of that.
Hell
That's not
yeah, bro.
scary.
Y'all gotta get
Ghosts
me out here
though?
with the ghosts.
That's where I lose my shit, man. You telling me I gotta live with ghosts? Drake?
Ghosts? Scooby Doo?
Drake?
Bro, let me find out.
Let me
I
find out there's
think
a ghost in my block.
bro. Worst fears, bro. That's some of my worst fears. If I ever see a ghost, you talking about earlier. You gonna fight a ghost? Hell nah, bro. He's invisible and he's dead. How you gonna punch him? I'm running, bro. I'm sorry.
All I'm saying is my hand's trans-dimensional, man.
Yeah, that
I'm
is cat. You're not punching a ghost.
I'm punching a ghost, man. Like I know I'm not fast enough to run, bro. Like I may be faster than Justin, and I may be faster than Robert, and I may be faster than Denzel. But when it comes to me by myself, I have to fight.
I was not Gio. You don't understand. When you're on fear, bro. When you're like on adrenaline, bro, you a
Yeah,
different runner,
you
bro.
dash. The thing is, my
You
adrenaline
looking
go
like
to my
Usain
hands.
Bolt.
Yeah, my adrenaline go to my hands. They don't go to my legs. My legs stay stiff, and my hands get strong. So it's just
Okay.
trans-dimensional.
Okay, word. So if I ever get haunted, I'll just bring you in. That way
Yeah.
you can punch some ghosts, bro.
Actually, my friend, right, my best friend, her name is Tiana, right? We have a complicated relationship, but like a couple of months ago, right? She said, "Yo, my room is haunted," and she sent me this picture of this massive handprint that appeared on her mirror. And I went to her
That is
house, right? I went to her house and it was actually there. And she's always telling me these stories of how, like, sometimes there's stuff like getting knocked out of her, like off her drawers and stuff. They roughly getting thrown around. And she didn't sleep in her room for months. She slept on the living room floor. And I kept telling her, yo, let me pull up, spend one night in that room, and there won't be any ghosts, like as a joke. But bro, like,
so you a Ghostbuster now. So you're
I'm a
just a Ghostbuster
Ghostbuster.
now.
But the thing is, she cannot enter that room. But when I pull up, I don't know if there's something about my aura or whatever. When I'm there, she can go into that room. Like if she goes into the room when she's not there, bro, she gets anxiety attacks. Like even if she's with her mom, she cannot stay there. But when I go, she can be in that room.
Okay, so how this whole shit turn out, bro?
Huh? Oh, nothing.
How
I
did,
never spend the night. I'm not crazy.
yeah, you're just like, you said you
Yeah,
gonna spend the night.
yeah. I'm not, I don't know how to fight a ghost, but I actually do have this crazy story. This one
I'm
happened in
back.
a dream, and you guys can take it how you want.
Okay, I'm
Welcome
back now.
back,
I think I'm
Justin.
calmer now.
Yeah.
Justin. So this one, I think I told Justin about this one too. And basically, what happened was like, oh, I didn't go into detail with Justin, but um, I'm sleeping right, and I'm having a dream, and in this dream, I'm dreaming what every teenage boy wants, right? I'm in this hotel room. My mom left, and her pops left. I don't know why they were there, and we start fucking. I'm not gonna lie. She starts fucking me. I have condoms on me.
Who you messing with right now? Like,
I don't know. Like I didn't know this girl. I just remember her like she was fuckable, right? That's all I remember in my dream.
just like fuckable, bro.
She was fuckable, so it was a good cop. So I'm fucking her, and then all of a sudden I hear the door unlocking. Right, this is like minutes later, because you know I'm experienced. My dreams vibrant, bro. I'm there for like 30 minutes. I'm out. You know I was in that, man. I was in that. And
So you
the
just in
door
there
starts
like after you
unlocking.
woke up, huh?
No. Like I never woke up. This is
You
the
never
scary
woke up.
part. The door starts unlocking, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I throw my condom and go somewhere on the floor, and we start putting our clothes on quick,
Hold on,
right?
what? So you telling me, bro, you took your condom off, like you're in a hotel room, throw a lamp or something, and you just take your condom off and throw it at the door.
No, because look, since they were unlocking the door, I had to get everything back on because I'm naked with his daughter, right? And my mom and
Yeah.
him is coming, and this random father. And so I take off the condom, and like it just goes flying, right? And it lands on the floor between the two beds that my mom and my stepdad is gonna be sleeping in, and then where the father and the
It's your
daughter is gonna be sleeping
stepsister?
in. You
Didn't tell me you messing with your
It's my
stepsister.
mom, my stepdad, and her father, right? I don't know how the dream was
Oh,
working out, but we're in this hotel room, and I put on all my clothes, and we get under the cover, and the condom, I pick it up, right, and I held it in my hand, right, and then it had, I'm not gonna lie to you, it had nut in it, and what's it called? We get under the covers or whatever, and we're chilling, and they go into the bathroom, right? All three of them go into the bathroom, and
uh-huh.
when they come out, like everything's fine or whatever, but then the father finds the condom, he gets pissed, batshit pissed at me, and he grabs me, says, "You fucking my daughter, nigga, you dirty nigga." And I'm like, whoa, chill, bro, you bugging, right? Because I don't want to fight or whatever. And all of a sudden, the room slowly starts changing back to my room, right? Because it's a dream, and like it's just like
Mhm.
an extended version of my room, and everything's happened. My mom got mad at me. She's going to the bathroom to like bathe my brother or something, right? Like it was really weird. And this guy, all of a sudden he has a dog, and his daughter is perfectly fine. She's in a good mood, but this guy, he just hates me. And while he's still arguing with me, I'm like, yo, look, I'll give you one punch. I'll let you get one punch on me because I did fuck your daughter, right? You know, I'm respectable like that, right? So
Okay.
he goes to get one punch, and he goes for my jaw, and like at first I'm like, oh, my fault, almost dodgy. I'm gonna let you get a real punch. And then he goes and he tries going for my nuts. I grabbed this thing and I was like, yo, you're not getting that, right? You know, he tried going for the no area.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
like he's like going for my dick and I'm stopping him. I'm like, yo, you chill out before I knock you the fuck out, right? Because I got hard. In my dreams, nobody messing with me. My soul too strong for that. You was not messing with me in my dreams. And yeah, I let him get one hit, and this is where I knew this dream was weird, cause I felt that like I got punched, and I had never been punched in my
You
face.
felt it.
I've never been punched in my face, and I felt, cause like obviously I punch myself in the face sometimes to see like I felt how to punch, but never like by another person. And so I felt that,
Yeah.
like he put a force into that. Obviously, I'm not gonna get knocked out in my own dream. So obviously, I ate that. I was like, all right, bet that was a good one. That was a good one. He kept trying to fight me, so I started weaving. And as soon as I was about to swing, my mom just comes in and she's like, stop. And I'm like, all right, bet. And it just all of a sudden it flash forwards. I'm on my TV. I'm in a bad mood because my mom is like mad at me and this guy's mad at me. And he has this dog again. And his
A
dog comes
dog.
to bite me right while I'm watching. So I did what any normal person would do, and I stepped on it. I fucking killed this dog, bro. I killed this dog like
Bro,
a
what the
You
roach.
fuck?
stepped on the dog?
Bro, it was trying to
Son.
bite me, bro. Like, Hey, I'm not letting you do. No. What happened was actually no. I'm bugging. I grabbed it. That was a different story. I grabbed the dog and I put it onto the floor and I picked it up and I threw it right because I'm not letting no dog fight me. And he got tight again. He was like, "Yo, say what's up?" And I was like, "You know what? Fine, run it, nigga." And I said, "Pop, pop, pop." I knocked him on his ass. I knocked him out. But at that very moment, I got woken up mad quick. I don't know why. Nothing scary happened. I actually won the fight by a
That was
landslide.
just a weird dream.
But this is the scariest part. I
What's the
woke up
scariest part?
and the coldest chill came over my body, bro. And again, for the second time in my life, I froze. And I couldn't move. I just felt blue. Like I felt the color blue. It just was so depressing, bro. The feeling I got around my body was insane. And so obviously Tiana, who has a lot of experience, goes, I told her about it, I'm asking that like I beat the fuck out of a demon, because I'm thinking there was a demon in my dreams trying to kill me. And she was like, it could have been a wandering spirit. But all I'm saying is, my soul is so strong. While I'm dreaming, I beat the fuck out of a ghost. Henceforward, my hand's transdimensional. Thank you very much.
Was this whole story off of what I said earlier that your hands ain't transdimensional?
Yes.
Did you just spend 5 minutes talking about how your hands are transdimensional?
I had to let you know that I fight ghosts, man.
Yo, bro, you could have cut that down a lot. Oh
But we
my
need
god,
content, man. We need this podcast to be like an hour 30 minutes,
Bro,
man.
you're lagging hard.
Am I in?
Yeah,
A little
you
bit,
are.
yeah.
Like, really bad.
I know we gotta get content, bro, but you could just said you could just told me like something else, bro.
Bro, but I just have to get. That's not even my only story. I have multiple stories of me just beating and
Yeah.
every time I wake up, like this eerie feeling comes over my body. Like ghosts
I
be
think
really
that's
trying
just
to
how.
kill me. That's what I'm
I think
saying.
that's
Like
just
what?
how like those dreams work.
I'm still really curious about like what happened in that story, like around my area. Like what actually happened to those people.
I have no idea. I've never met them again.
Have you ever like
Now that I
asked your
think about
father
it,
what happened? Yeah, what's
no,
up?
because my father didn't know. He just told me to go play with them. The thing is, I never met the mother of those kids. The mother or father wasn't there. It was just a room. They had cool toys I played with. They had guns, swords, masks. It was just after
That's
that
pretty
I never
creepy.
met him again.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy, bro. So you
It
tell me
is.
your
Yeah,
dad
like
just
that's
dropped.
what's getting me about it. Like that's what's like I don't know. Still on
Yeah,
that.
they just disappeared, man.
Bro, well, this is the Halloween podcast, bro. We
Podcast,
talking
yeah.
about shit like that,
Yeah.
bro. I always say like, well, what you guys gone into, bro. That I like how Gio talk about the dreams and shit, bro. I'm telling you, like nightmares in themselves, bro.
Yeah,
I've
that's
had some like,
terrifying.
dude,
Are you
hell
sure,
yeah,
Gio,
bro.
that this wasn't a dream by any chance?
Which one, the one in America?
Yeah.
That was completely real. But I started doubt every time I go in that area and I feel the concrete stairs,
And Gio,
I
you
get
lagging?
chills.
Oh,
Am I lagging?
Yeah, you're still
guys.
lagging.
Just
Yeah.
stop lagging. Hold
Okay.
on. Hello? Better?
No.
Fuck. How about now?
Say it again.
How about now?
Something that scares me about that though is like it's the fact that I fucking repeated the name after you said it like a dumbass and knowing that it's in my area.
What
La
was the what
Llorona?
what what what
Yeah.
name? Like what the Justin? Would you no Gio? Would you say?
La Llorona. Llorona,
Isn't
yeah.
that
It
like
means
the
the
Isn't
crier.
that I think I heard about that. It was like some like
Yeah, the
crying
crier.
lady or some shit.
Yeah, the crying lady. It's in Mexico. In Mexico, I actually heard it. When I went to Mexico, I heard it. That shit was terrifying.
Yeah, cause I heard they say, but Gio, how you
Mhm.
heard that shit? They say if you heard that shit, you gonna die, bro.
I'm built different.
You just built different. So
I'm
you got
built
these
different.
trans-dimensional hands, and you
Yeah,
just
man.
built different, bro.
Yeah, man. Yo, actually, on the topic about dreams, do you
So
guys
like
know?
what is the lore behind her though? Like I'm
It,
curious.
obviously since it's an urban legend, there's multiple stories about it. But one of the most common is like I think she had a miscarriage with a baby, and she like told herself or something. So she spends her time around highways, crying, causing like death or whatever.
Yeah, I seen
Wait,
some
so
pretty.
like highways?
Hmm.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty like creepy videos about it, bro. Oh yeah, like they say like if you usually like you hear like a lady crying in the night, that you're gonna like probably die or some shit, cause like
Hmm.
she's coming to kill you, bro. It's like some pretty
Yeah,
creepy shit. Like,
it's some scary shit out there, bro.
bro, that's what I'm
Some.
telling you, bro. I don't
Dude,
know
it's probably
who.
because I've been like away from like the paranormal side of like
Yeah.
anything at this point for like a while or what, but like this shit is just, I don't know. Like it feels like, okay, so like when you're away from like the paranormal side of YouTube or even like paranormal side of like basically anything or don't hear any of these kind of stories for a while, it gets you, man. Like it actually fucking gets you. Like I don't know what it is about it, but like have you guys ever heard of like what's it called? What's that one road called in New Jersey? I don't know, but there's this one road in New Jersey, right? And it's basically like
Is that Clinton Road or some shit?
yeah, some shit like that. I don't even know what it's called.
Okay,
Like you can like on that road there's so much haunted shit that like it can actually fucking kill you. Like I'm pretty sure like there's like a castle or some shit. If you step on that area, yeah, you're getting choked. Like you're actually getting choked to death by I don't even know what. But like
I think people who die to that are just pussy, man. Just fight the ghost.
Okay, Gio, not everybody has
Transdimensional
transdimensional hands.
hands.
I'm
like
like
you,
you,
yeah, like
knock on the ghost, bro.
Bro, like
I will say though, that does bring up an interesting topic. You talk about like, oh, you see like all these like haunted locations. I'll say something I heard there's this bridge somewhere. I obviously know the suicide forest in Japan, right? That is like
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah,
There's
that
like
shit's
so
crazy.
many
Yeah.
like. What do you think is like the deal between like haunted locations? What do you think makes them like haunted, bro? You think
I
it's just
feel
like
like-
our imagination or like it's actually haunted?
Okay, so to a certain extent, like I've been thinking about this recently, like where like, I think that yeah, no, without a shadow of a doubt, we live in a fucking simulation. So I've been thinking like,
No. Alright.
Oh, we taking it there, bro.
we taking
yeah,
it there.
we're taking it there. Yeah, we're taking it there.
Taking it there.
Yeah.
Continue. I
So-
want to hear this so I can
But
shut you down
I
completely.
feel like this has to do with like, cause think about it. Why don't you ever hear like any ghost stories from like 1800s? But you never,
What are you talking?
you never
There's
read
definitely
all
there's
the
a lot. There's a lot more
There's
ghost
a lot
stories from
of ghost
1800 than now.
So actually,
Yeah,
Yes?
bro. There's a lot of ghost stories from like all of human history, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ghost
So then
stories
if
been
ghosts
going on
have been
for
there
years.
since the beginning,
Because a
Uh-huh.
lot. Well, if you think
'Cause people
ghosts are like
die?
dead humans, if you think
Yeah.
ghosts are dead humans, bro, humans have been dying since forever, bro.
It's the
That's
same thing with aliens with like Stonehenges and all of that. If we
oh,
talk
do you guys
about
hear
paranormal,
about
yeah.
like how apparently they found like a nuclear power plant that was a couple million years old or some shit like that.
Huh?
million, what the fuck?
Yeah, like okay,
Nigga
so
has-
there's like this nuclear power plant. I forgot where. It might have been like France or Russia. I don't fucking know. It's in Europe though. And basically, like there was a nuclear power plant that was a couple million years old, which is just fucking insane. So like,
that's impossible, bro.
I gotta do
I don't
my
even think
research.
humans.
Well, I could,
Humans,
but,
I
like,
guarantee you,
so I thought,
humans
but-
weren't even alive at that area.
I gotta be honest, then, Justin. I feel like I gotta do my research on that. I do not think. I think that's kept honestly like a
nah,
million
it's not that.
years
Like
old.
scientists literally proved that it was millions of years old. Like it's wild. Like how we gonna have a nuclear power plant? Nuclear power plants didn't even exist up until recently. Think about that.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, that's the
So
thing.
then
like,
how you gonna see a nuclear power plant that's been there for millions of years? The only explanation is either aliens or like we live in a fucking simulation. Is that just like there's like extra lore that you can just figure out or something?
extra lore.
I love how you
Nigga,
just
okay,
give,
I'm
I love how you just give us
again,
like two
because-
options.
Yeah,
Well,
because
what's
first
the
of
third
all, we
option?
don't
You
live in a
got-
simulation. Do not give
It's
bro.
like-
We're not living in a simulation.
Aliens
even if we
or
did, like-
simulation?
Who knows? Maybe who knows? Maybe that recently only came up because someone already invented time travel, and they made it, and they went back to this year
Yeah,
to
but why would they
discover
make
that.
a nuclear power plant for cavemen?
I don't know,
man.
bro. I couldn't
What the
tell
fuck
you.
would they gain from that? Like
I
the
would say,
cavemen don't even
Justin-
know how the fuck you make stone tools. Like
Justin,
Joe,
I
why
would
does
say
the government hide Area 51 from us? Who knows?
that's another thing we gotta talk about. What's in there?
Yeah.
But I would say another thing too, Justin. I feel like after we finish our recording, bro, you gotta like, send me a link to that, bro. 'Cause
Yeah, me too.
I don't know about that.
I got you.
But I would say, like, onto a new topic, I would say something I always found interesting was like, you know, like the Japanese, bro. They make some like the terrifying shit, bro. Even the movies
Bro,
be terrifying.
so their movies.
Oh yeah, like
Or-
they be getting dumb creative with it.
How about this? On when we all meet up in Kevin's house, right? We watch a Japanese scary
So,
movie.
bro, I think this is the Japanese folklore is like rich with like a lot of like
Yeah.
terrifying shit, bro. Like, a
The
lot.
scariest Asian what's it called? The scariest Asian creepy pasta is
Mhm.
the scissor mouth lady or something like that.
What
Well,
the fuck?
let me tell you the story, Justin, because if you don't know, so
What's that?
basically, and I don't know where, I don't know if it was Japan or China. There's a lady who had a husband who slashed her mouth from cheek to cheek, all the way back to like her ears, right, with scissors, and obviously she bled out. It was like back in like back times, right? And because
Yeah.
of that, at night you will see a woman wandering who she's very beautiful, and she wears a mask, like a face mask, like we do now.
Mm.
And she will ask you, is she beautiful? And if you say yes, she will take off her mask and expose her cuts on her cheeks, and she will ask you if you're beautiful. Obviously, that's going to terrify any normal human being, and they're going to start screaming, where then she proceeds to kill you by cutting your face up.
What the
And
fuck?
that's the creepy pasta. That
How
shit,
do they just come up with that?
Yeah, like
I don't know, man. Urban legend, that's the word I was looking for. Urban legends. Urban legends is another thing I would love to talk about for hours on end, because there's
like the
just so
thing is, okay,
many.
so like I know that like okay, so I've looked into like urban legends and shit like that. There's
Mhm.
like this one number in Japan that you can call, and apparently like
Yeah.
okay, so like this is like I don't know if it's still in I don't know, it might be, but you have to be in Japan to go ahead and like be able to call it.
Hmm.
So
I know which one you talk about.
it just I don't know exactly what happens, but apparently it just fucking kills you. Like I don't know what
Kills
like what the exact like measure of the way that you fucking die is,
They
but
made
like
a
the urban
movie. They
legend.
made that one movie about it where everybody kept getting that phone call. Remember? Like, what was it
Nah,
called?
I
Oh,
don't
it
know
was
what
that
I
was
don't
a
know what
Ring
movie you're
movie. That
talking
was a Ring movie. I'm stupid. That was a horrible Ring
That's
movie, by the way. It wasn't scary at all. I watched it, bro. They started working with the fucking Ring. Like, it
that's
was so bad.
terrifying.
No, they started working with them. Like,
Yeah,
the
like
little girl that she
that
meets.
became an ally. Like that's what he's saying. Like
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, it was starting to kill them, and at the end of the movie, I think they
Yeah.
blew up a plane or some shit. But
If y'all want to talk about it, bro. I think like just like I don't know something about the culture in Japan, bro. Like an interesting thing that happened to me was I started. I don't know if y'all know about this. There's this like horror manga author named Junji Ito, I think.
oh, I know
And
exactly what you're talking
yo,
about, dude.
let
He
me,
has like the most like realistic, like terrifying kind of like way of drawing, and it's so cool. Like to me,
yeah,
it's just like if I could draw like that, that'd be awesome. Because it's like you could draw anything at that point. Because he has like such a unique style where it's like it's bordering like realistic and cartoonism to the point that it's like it's terrifying enough that like you can think about it and
mm,
just like kind of be scared of like encountering it. I
yeah,
haven't like read any of his manga or anything, but I have seen pictures of
yeah.
like the shit that he's drawn. He's just
Well,
so talented.
well, the point I was gonna make was like, yeah, Junji Ito. I'll start like bro. Like, cause like for me, bro, I love horror. Horror is like one of my favorite things. Like, I don't know if that
facts.
makes you like, I love horror, bro. Like, like
Love watching
it's
scary
just fun.
movies.
I love watching scary movies, bro. That's like all me. So I think something that he does right, Junji Ito. I read one of his mangas. Like one of his more notorious ones called Uzumaki, bro. Let me tell you about creepy ass stuff. I think the real thing that makes his like really scary is just like he like Justin said, bro. His picture, bro.
Yeah.
I can say that shit makes me unsettled, bro. Like actually, like looking at the shit like he be drawing, bro. I'm thinking like, yo, is this man messed up? Like, how do you draw this shit and feel okay after drawing this shit, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that like it's so terrifying to think about. But
Nah, cause
going back
what
to
you gonna say,
Area
Gino?
51,
Mm.
like, what do you think? What's the like craziest thing you think they're hiding there?
Aliens, bro. It's like simple as I think. I think
I mean, no,
actually,
because if they're hiding aliens, they're not gonna hide at Area 51 because everybody thinks that they're there. So that would be stupid to hide it there.
Then
that's
why
what
are
I
they so
just said, bro.
secretive?
That's what I was just
Why are they
thinking,
so
Justin.
secretive then?
Why be so
I don't know.
secretive? Because they don't want other militaries and stuff like that, like knowing about their bases. Like, you know how many bases there are in the U.S. that we just don't
Yeah,
know about? I'm pretty sure
I
like a
mean,
couple of them got like exposed due to TikTok, just tracking like how much like people walk and stuff like that.
yeah.
Bro,
But
I would
what's it
say,
called?
oh,
Oh yeah,
go
my
first.
fault.
What you gonna say?
NASA actually discovered aliens back in like 2016, and it was bacteria in space. So whether you like it or not, you have to say aliens are real because it
Oh
was
yeah,
random
hell yeah.
bacteria that's not from Earth in space. Meaning, if there's bacteria in space and we came from bacteria according to the evolution theory, that means out there's probably already a civilization that could be way more prosperous and advanced than ours, and they probably haven't done communications with us because it doesn't mean necessarily that they already have like time travel. And there's also a lot of universes out there, and we've seen a lot of other planets in our universe alone. Not universe, sorry, galaxies out there, and we've seen a lot of planets that are similar to Earth that can support life just like ours. For example, there's one planet where it's the positioning and angling of this type of Earth is it only allows for one area specifically that you can actually live on, which is like a ring around the center of the entire globe. So like a circle around the entire globe, you can only live there. If you go into the place where the sun is always hitting, then you burn up and boil. If you go to the place the sun never touches, then you freeze to death. And
That's
there's only
like
one.
just a crazy coincidence.
Yeah, it's just one like line around the globe that you can live on, and it has water, it has life, it has all this other stuff. But if you go outside of it, then you die. And I just think that's an insane concept to think about.
Yeah, bro. If we're gonna get into it, bro, like the whole point of this podcast, we talking about like paranormal stuff, like all that scary stuff. I think space in general is like scary as hell. If you really think
Exactly,
about
I
it,
don't
bro.
think it's scary. I think it's more so like interesting. Like I remember I used to
interesting,
be
but I think
obsessed
it's
with it, like
terrifying.
back like in sixth grade, like, and probably like before that too. I remember I used to be really obsessed with it to the point that like I used to sit down with my Toshiba laptop watching, just like watching like these
Toshiba laptop.
yeah, like just watching like videos of like what kind of like what planets exist and stuff like that, and just like seeing all these like cool different types of planets that exist. And like yeah, like how you mentioned, yeah, like there's planets like that, but there's also planets where it literally rains diamonds.
Yeah. Well, Justin, I'll pause you. I'll pause you real quick. Like, I would say, yeah. Like, obviously, space is cool as fuck. Like, yeah. Like you said, oh, stars, like all these beautiful universes and stuff. But we see those with
Galaxies.
telescopes. You see this in telescopes. You go to space, bro. You see
That's
the
a
sun.
whole different thing,
You see
bro.
the sun, maybe. There is so much distance between these planets that with that and that little that distance, well, on a universal scale, might not be like considered like big. It's like on the universe, but to us, bro, that's
Yeah,
like
to
big.
us,
That space is bigger than Earth. It's just
we
pure darkness, bro. Like, just
we
you know
know
what I
how to
mean?
make late time travel. The thing is, we don't have anything to produce the amount of energy that would be needed. And if we did, we'll most likely create something like a black hole. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want a black hole on Earth.
Bro, that's clip, bro. You know it's clip.
Yeah,
I would
it's
just say
over.
space is just an interesting topic because, like, I think some of the best like type of horror shit happen in space because you know, like the old
Yeah.
Alien movies,
Yes.
like, bro, they're crazy,
You
bro.
guys remember
Especially
the
like,
Jason versus like space movie? Like he
well,
is
that's just a
literally.
different thing, bro. It's just two dudes fighting in space,
How did he even get there in the first place?
bro. I think after like like I'm gonna go off top, but I think like after like the first two movies, bro, Jason versus Freddy got stupid as hell, bro.
Yeah,
But
they
we
started
all know
getting
it.
dumber.
Bro, I think it was Jason versus Freddy, and it was like I think the most recent movie was like no, not recent, but like kind of recent was like Jason versus Freddy in New York, bro. Like, how does New York change the fight, bro?
It does change the fight because it's New York. Niggas will start
Yo, if
blasting
they
at
fight
him.
if they fight it in New York, bro, other niggas finna join in, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact. Niggas gonna think it's a gang war. Niggas like, nah,
That's what I'm
Jason better.
saying. Or no, someone recording that shit, going World Star or some
Yeah,
shit.
Warsaw see two niggas box it out. Nigga with a whole fucking machete and a nigga with a claw thing on his hand.
Yo, been recording that shit like, yo, look at this ugly nigga box that nigga with the mask.
That's how it'll
Bro,
go down, bro. I love New
bro,
York,
you can't even
man.
trust New York. But you know what? We could talk for hours about how New York is, but like, it
Yeah,
is the fucking what you call it, the spooky podcast, bro. Halloween about to come up
yeah.
and shit. I would say though, like, how do you like? I think something else we should start talking about. Like, how do y'all feel about like how like horror and media, like how they portray that?
I feel
Horror
like
honestly has been dying.
yeah,
I would say
it's
that.
really been like dying like for a while now because it's not like because look, I don't really like I'm not the type of guy that actually like watches like horror movies or any of that. I never really have been, but
Yeah,
I remember like a couple years back, I watched like maybe like the first like or second horror movie ever that I've ever watched with my cousins, right? And I was not scared, not once. That shit was ass. Like actually, like it was garbage. It was like about like some guy that was like in a morgue or something like that. And he worked there with his son, and I forgot what it was about the bodies, but there was like some body or something like that that like just was like
Oh, the
cursed or
witch
some
body
shit.
one, right? When
Yeah,
they
yeah, that
did
one,
the
yeah, yeah.
autopsy on them, the
Yeah,
witch
yeah,
started like haunting them,
yeah,
and then they couldn't get out and they
yeah.
died, right?
Bro,
That
I
one.
seen that. That shit was
bro.
ass.
Well, I would
Yeah,
say
that shit was garbage. I predicted every single jump scare. Like I literally okay. So there was a scene where like the now this is getting into some spoiler territory.
I don't
If you
know,
guys don't.
bro. I don't care.
Yeah,
If
you're
you'll tell
probably
me it's
never gonna
ass,
watch this
I
movie.
ain't
Yeah,
gonna go on
just
my way
don't
to
even
watch the
watch it.
movie.
It's actually garbage. But basically, like there's this one scene where like the cat gets like cremated or some shit. I don't know what the fuck happens with the cat.
Talking
Yeah,
about cats
But
getting cremated,
yeah,
bro.
it's a
yeah,
weird movie, man.
so
Shit, they
basically,
show titties though, so it's worth it.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I watched any
yeah,
a
horror
dead
movie.
body
so
titties.
basically, so basically,
Oh,
the whole jump scare is that
whoa.
the cat.
Shoot, what I tell you about the sponsors, bro? You can't be saying dead body
Oh, my
titties,
fault.
bro.
Yeah, my fault, my
Yo,
fault.
Pepsi.
Titties, but on a dead body. There we go.
Time out. Forget Pepsi. I'm talking Sony, bro. Sony, what's up?
Sony?
So sponsors, bro. But yeah, Justin, go back to what you're saying, bro.
But like, basically, there's just one scene where like the cat goes inside of the vent or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like you already know what the fuck is gonna happen. The guy opens the goddamn vent and he's just fucking terrified because the cat jumps at him. Like, well, what the fuck? Like, it's to be expected. It's such a predictable movie. Like, I don't know. Horror just isn't my thing. It's just
You know what
garbage.
you couldn't
Like,
predict in that movie? There's a tree that falls on a guy and that's how he dies.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
Well, I would
I
say,
think the idea was like there was a big storm outside and a tree falls while they were in the
yeah.
roof, and it just happened while he was on that roof. Out of the whole night, that's when the tree decides to fall on him.
damn, that's tough, bro. That's
Yeah.
tough. That's tough as shit. I would say though, well, my opinions on horror and like media and shit, I think, yeah, I feel like a lot of horror movies nowadays they rely too much on jump scares. Cause that's like, yeah, it's scary in the moment, but that's just like that's not really like scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think
So
to give it like a good example of like what I think was like top notch horror, I would say my favorite horror movies was like first I think Paranormal Activity isn't that good, but them were some of my favorite Paranormal Activity. Like
yeah,
those were my
they
favorite
had some
movies.
good jump scares, bro.
That's
But
what I'm
you know
saying.
what
Like,
I feel you guys can contradict me on this. The Conjuring series, like not
Conjuring,
plus.
Conjuring.
Oh, pause. But adding with the Annabelle, because Annabelle is part of them, those are all real stories. Obviously, they're a little bit exaggerated. But
bro.
all those items in those stories, there's actually a real museum where the people who are, like, the stories are based off the ghost investigators, they actually have a museum where they keep all these haunted things, and they don't, like, they have the real Annabelle doll there. And I'm pretty sure recently it escaped
Bro,
this cage.
I'm
Oh
telling you, bro.
hell nah, nigga.
On
What the
God.
fuck?
Oh God, bro. You know it's clip when you're watching the horror movie, bro, and it'd be like based off on true events or some shit, bro.
Yes, bro.
I swear
That's
to
why I
God,
love
bro.
the Conjuring
Like,
series.
bro.
How many of them have you watched? 'Cause I
I'm
think I
not even
watched
gonna
3.
lie. I don't even remember watching The Conjuring. I remember we watched it at Kevrin's house, but I don't remember a single thing because my head was just banging because we were boxing like beforehand. So
Is that when you guys boxed?
Yeah.
well, it's one of the times I was boxed because we box almost every single time that we go there. But I remember like my head was just banging. So throughout the entire movie, I was just had the worst like headache.
But I think the first one was about like the family who had the mom like got
Yeah,
possessed or
that's the one that
something,
we
right?
watched. Yeah. And then like they go like down into like the basement or whatever, and the mom gets
Yeah.
possessed.
I thought yeah, it was interesting. So like I always say Conjuring, great series, bro. I think I loved Insidious. Insidious was fire.
I was about to say that Insidious.
It's hell yeah,
Fucking
bro.
that one jump scare when it shows the demon behind the dad. To this day is my
Bro. To
scariest
this
moment.
day, bro.
To this day,
To
that
this
gives me
day, bro.
goosebumps, bro.
I'm telling you,
Just
bro.
that red-faced man, bro.
I'm telling you, jump scares like, yeah, obviously jump scares are like obviously they'll get you scared. But like I'm saying earlier, bro, I feel like a good horror movie gotta be like more than jump scares. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm
So I
gonna
feel like
bring one back that you guys guarantee not gonna remember. The Sinister. Or Sinister.
Oh yeah, bro.
I wouldn't know
Actually,
about it. I don't watch horror movies.
The first one,
I heard it was good. I heard it was good.
goddamn masterpiece.
Okay, but like,
Goddamn
what is it about?
masterpiece, bro.
Okay, so Sinister is basically this author, right, for horror manga and real occurrences, moves into this house. No, what he
Oh.
does is hard, like unexplained, like missing people. He writes story about, and his
Oh,
wife
no.
didn't like that, so they move into a new house. What the
Uh-huh.
wife didn't know before he moved into that house is that he knew multiple families gone missing in that house.
These white families, you never catch me. You'll never catch
Yeah,
me. I hear
right?
bro, I hear someone stub their toe in the house. Hell no, bro.
Yeah, man. How you
Hell
stubbing your
no.
toe in your house,
Bro,
man?
even bro, I swear to God, some typical white suburban family, bro. They'll hear five families were murdered in here, and also there was a fucking exorcism that happened here, and on top of that, it's buried on top of a fucking Indian burial
Indian burial
ground.
ground.
Yeah.
That's
Like they be making the most stupid fucking decisions, like in horror movies.
yeah.
Like,
And the dad's
But this is what makes this movie so good. He goes into the attic, right? And while he's trying to think of material and trying to figure it out, he's asking the deputies. The deputies getting mad at him because they don't want him picking into this case. He goes into the attic and there's a box that says, I believe, Sinister on it or something. And it has really old tapes on it that you need one of those like wheel thingies to play. It's like you know what I'm talking
like
about?
old film things. Yeah, I know
yeah,
what
Yeah,
you
old
old
film,
film.
old film. And
Yeah,
he's
the
playing it,
projectors.
and on each tape, he watches it night by night. It's
That's
always
tough.
there's always this man, this white man with no facial features. Well, he has facial features. It's like he has eyes or whatever, but that's it. And he's
Bro.
always in the background of these tapes. And it starts off nice. You see this little kid. He's with his
Yeah,
family. The family's having fun. And then all of a sudden it cuts out, and that little kid is killing his family.
bro.
I think one of the hardest ones that a kid did, he tied his entire family to beach chairs and pushed
God,
them into the pool
God
slowly.
damn.
And this is the crazy part. After every single video, the man, the kids go to the man, and then they become part of this family, I believe. And
Uh-huh.
and I think the scariest one was like the one that was based in the house they were in, where this little girl hung her entire family. But keep in mind, the kids are never found because they go with this man. It has beautiful jump scares. The story is amazing. It keeps you suspenseful. One of their kids has night terrors.
I've heard of
Uh,
them time and time
but
again, but like I
I'm in
actually have no
psychology,
idea.
and the official definition is when you start like a child screams while sleeping at night. Because like it's very deep nightmares, but they scream while like experiencing it. And there's
Oh,
one scene where
my mom
the
has that,
father,
like she'll wake up in the middle of the night screaming.
yeah, but
That's wild, bro. That's
they
scary
don't
shit.
wake up. They just start screaming while they're sleeping. But
I've
there's
seen
one
this.
Oh,
scene.
while they're sleeping? No. My mom wakes up and like she's screaming
Well,
Oh
yo,
no,
Gio, real quick, I'll see this,
yeah.
bro.
because like she's
I feel
terrified of
like,
whatever like she's seeing or like hearing.
oh yeah,
Okay,
bro. I
Justin.
gotta say that, okay, so you giving like a nice recommendation, bro. I might check that shit out after we done with this, bro, because that sounds like a nice
Yeah.
ass horror movie.
Fuck that. Let's watch it on Halloween too.
I'll push y'all through some scenarios from my horror movies that I watch. So like, Paranormal Activity, bro. Like basically, it's simple. Like I think the first movie is like girl named Katie, her boyfriend move in, she move
Oh
in
yeah, we
with
watched that
boyfriend
one too.
Mikey.
That one wasn't
Yeah,
even that good, honestly.
yeah. But like, dude,
I don't know
I
how the
think
fuck
just
the Paranormal Activity even got that big. Like the series got that big if it's that garbage.
because
Like
it was a good.
It was
I
good
still like it.
movies.
Yeah, but the point
no,
I'm saying here, Paranormal Activity gave me so many like behaviors I have to this day. Cause like when I was younger, bro, I was like 7, I think, and my mom got me watching that. And bro, I can't sleep with my bedroom door open. That's for a fact. I can't do
Yeah,
that.
facts.
not
I
facts. I don't
cannot
even
have.
keep my door open whenever like even people are awake in my house. I keep that shit closed. But like
Okay,
That's
yeah. Well, I would say that I cannot, bro. I swear to God, I can't do that. I have to sleep with my covers on my feet, just cause like that movie, bro, really shook me. Cause I was like, when I was young, bro, for like 3 months after that, I was afraid I'd get pulled off my bed or some shit. Cause like that shit really like got me like shook, bro. You know
no,
what
it's
I
oh,
mean?
what's that
understandable. You're a
movie
little kid, but like
called?
the thing is, like for me, like I always did that regardless. But like I didn't have a reason for doing it. I just did it. I still do it to this day. I don't have a reason like not to
Hell
do
yeah,
it.
bro.
But
Hell yeah. I'm
just
like
have it.
17 years old, bro, and like I'm like scared of ghosts, and bro, I'm telling you, bro, you gotta stay strapped. I got to pray every night, bro. You know
Got
the
to.
vibes. Bro, I would say honestly though, what's it called? I think it's like the best like type of horror movies, bro. Found film. I think found films, like
Yeah,
the
like
found
the
footage,
Blair
not
Witch
found footage.
Project.
Films.
Yeah, not the not found films, like found footage. Found footage,
Yeah.
bro. I think that's like if you do it right, some of the best horror movies are like,
You guys ever
like you
watched
said.
the first Wreck?
I have
What?
not. I have no
All
clue
right.
what that is. As a matter of
So it's a
fact.
Spanish horror movie, and it's found footage, and the first one is known for being insanely good. And it's like a zombie
Tell me,
type of
what's it
one.
called real quick?
Rec. It's like you know how when you start a camera, it's like record, but it says
Yeah.
rec, REC dot. That's the
Yeah.
title of the movie, and it's all in Spanish, obviously. And
Mm.
it's the first one is amazing. It's a really good found footage movie. It's up there with the Blair Witch Project, and there was this other one I watched that wasn't really that scary, but it low key was kind of funny because like there was a scene where through this like gated window, this tall ass figure just steps through and starts chasing them, and
Mm.
that shit like just imagining being there is terrifying
Hell
because
yeah,
it's
bro.
like scary.
Dude, found footage be hitting different, bro. I'm telling you. I
For
think
me, like, I don't think it's like I've never really like watched found footage movies, but I just like I feel like they would be garbage because it's just like I'm not gonna be
garbage,
immersed in it.
huh?
No, because it's
Huh,
like I'm
bro?
not gonna
What?
be immersed because it's gonna be like yeah, I'm watching this, but like I just know that something's gonna fucking happen eventually. I'm not gonna be suspenseful.
Mm. Well,
Justin,
Justin,
can't you say
Justin,
that for every
I
horror
don't
movie though?
understand.
Well,
Yo,
yeah, but like with horror movies, like I completely forget that I'm watching a horror movie because I'm just like, oh, okay, this is fucking normal, and then it just all of a sudden it just goes to shit.
I
well,
don't know how
Justin,
your mind works. That's not how
I'll
horror
say
movies
this,
work, but
Justin. I will say this, bro. I don't understand. Just you like the most like fearful paranormal activity, like you care about the paranormal, all that, and you're like the most superstitious person I know. And you telling me that horror movies don't scare you?
no, he said found footage.
Found footage, bro. They'll be
I
the
mean, like it'd
scariest
be
ones.
different. No, it'd be different if it wasn't like a found footage movie and it was just like a fucking like found footage tape. Like that would
Mm.
be completely different because it's just like it's the actual like original thing. It's not like oh
Well,
this is
Justin,
like a fucking
obviously,
footage camera.
you know, found footage movies aren't real, but like it's still like fun.
Yeah,
It's like still
exactly.
like a fun
That's
watch.
what takes it. That's what takes me away from the immersion. You see, if I
Have you
just found
ever
like a
watched Blair
camcorder,
Witch Project? You know there was
Yeah,
I
actually
have not. And
I'm
I
rumors.
about
have
to
no
mention that.
plans
People,
I'm
of
about to
watching
it's
it.
mention that, bro.
so scary, bro. People thought it was real. People thought that was a real fucking movie. That they were calling the
We can
police,
sit down
telling
and
yo
watch it next
somebody
time we all
died.
meet up. But like, I just don't like. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm gonna be immersed in it.
There's
I
actually
just
Okay,
something
don't
I
then
know.
love
Justin,
about that movie.
next
You know
time,
how many
bro.
people thought it was real? They actually started calling in and was like, "Yo, we're
That's it.
calling the police." They thought
Word.
somebody got murdered.
Bro, I was literally about to bring in, like, I was literally about to mention like Blair Witch. Blair Witch, I think, one of the best examples of like a good found footage, bro. That shit is like
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, but think about it like this. Think about this, right? Like okay, let's say you found a fucking camcorder just like in the woods, right? That shit
Yeah.
would be way more scary if you just like brought that home, you play the
Well,
goddamn tape on
obviously,
it.
bro. Well, obviously,
Obviously,
bro.
Justin, we're talking about movies though. What the hell?
We ain't talking
Yeah,
about like
but
real
that's the
shit.
thing that
Justin,
takes me out of
Justin, I
found
want to
footage
ask you,
movies. It's
what's
not like I'm
scarier,
finding a goddamn tape.
what's
It's like I
scarier,
already know
HD
that it's been
movies or
recorded.
movies that appear to be found? Like
What?
something that looks like it could be real.
What's more scary? I haven't really like watched too many like movies overall, really horror movies.
You
But
can't say nothing.
no, because I was gonna say no, because I was gonna say, but the thing is about found like footage movies. Like I feel like I wouldn't really be that immersed in it. Like that's what I'm
And
saying.
I'm
I
telling you,
haven't
you can't
watched
know
one.
until you try them because they're
Well,
actually
Justin,
insanely good.
I would say personally, Justin, that found footage movies, you can make an argument for them being better than regular horror movies because they feel realer than horror movies.
Yeah,
Exactly.
actually.
Yep.
Yeah, cause like it's found footage, bro. Cause like it's filmed like on like some dusty kit, bro. I've seen some interesting ones. I think with today, bro, I've not seen like a good found footage movie like set in today. You know what I mean?
There was one
Yeah.
that was set in the catacombs, and that was actually pretty good.
Oh
Oh, the
yeah,
catacombs
it's
are
like, bro,
absolutely terrifying. I've done like back in like
what?
maybe like ninth, 10th grade. I used to like look into like a lot of paranormal stuff, and like I used to be really superstitious. I'm not really as superstitious now. I don't really look into that stuff. I've stopped looking into it. But
Mm-hmm.
like when it comes to the catacombs, there's just something about it. Like it's just the fact that it's just a bunch of like it's in France. If you guys ever want to like, I'm not going there.
Oh,
I'm not touching that thing. I'm not touching the catacombs. It's literally like miles and miles of hallways of like I'm pretty sure
Dead
it's just like
people.
yeah, dead people. And like I've read things about like people going in there just never coming out because it's so like
Yeah, you can get
confusing.
lost in there.
Yeah, you get lost in there, and like it's just like I would never want to go in there. Like if you go in there, you might not come out. I'm not going in there because I know me. I'm gonna get curious.
hell yeah, no. Well, I would say like that's the thing we were talking about earlier, bro. There's just places that you just know is just like bad. Like,
Yeah.
like there's bro, the catacombs, especially, bro. dead bodies underground. Like
Yeah.
that, yo.
Millions
And
Now
that
my
of
make
question
you
is,
bodies.
who
feel.
the fuck even decided to like build it though? Because it's like,
They
Well, yeah,
needed to. They didn't have enough space. That was like during
yeah.
the bubonic plague.
It makes sense, yeah, but it's like it's still terrifying as hell. It's like a
Yeah,
fucking
no, obviously it's fucking dead bodies
dude.
from miles and miles end.
Yeah, because
Everywhere
I
you look
actually
is gonna
heard.
be skeletons.
I actually heard about a story. This dude, like, he got lost from his group, and like he didn't have food, and his battery was about to die. He got lost in the catacombs by himself and just died there.
Jesus, rest in
Cause
peace.
you go in there and get lost,
Yeah.
bro. No one's coming to get you, bro. You're not confusing there. And like, I heard that they haven't even like fully discovered like all of it, bro.
oh yeah, no, they
Bro, yeah.
haven't. No, no, definitely not.
Yeah, there's a certain area. There's like lines like cutting off people from going there because they have not. They don't know what's after that.
Bro,
Like they
and
actually
I'll
take
tell you,
cases off. Go
I'll
ahead.
tell you, I bet you, tell me how many dumb niggas probably died from
A
going
lot.
past the line, bro.
Sam and Kobe. If you want real good, like,
Oh
hold on.
yeah, I watched their
Oh, I know
videos, bro.
exactly what you're talking about.
Fucking love these niggas.
Yeah.
You know how like they're one of the only YouTubers I believe everything they do is real because not only are they like famous on YouTube, they've
Mm.
been in like interviewed on news channels in like their city that they've gone to. They've been on multiple podcasts, and every single time their story never wavers. It's always the same story, and they like believe they're like, yo, you don't gotta believe us, but in our hearts this is true. And there was one, I don't know if you guys know about their Queen Mary trip, but after
Mm.
that, after one of the Queen Mary trips, they literally never been the same. In their
What do you
videos, they
mean?
changed
Wait,
up
what
how.
happened in the Queen Mary trip? I actually.
I, I can't explain as much as well as they do because obviously
Mm.
they experienced it. But the thing is, they turned off all their cameras, and the only thing they had recording was a friend just happened to turn on his microphone and start recording. And they're saying they're in the complete darkness on one of the most haunted rooms on the ship. The entire night they couldn't get any what's it called? They couldn't get any presence. They couldn't get nothing to like react to them. So they just turned off all cameras and they were like, "Yo, let's just start acting." All cameras, all lights, all everything. They had no candles on, nothing. They were sitting in complete darkness in the most haunted room on Queen Mary, the most haunted ship in the world. And they just start asking questions. And the knocks. They started getting knocks that responded from places that was impossible to knock on. For example, behind them was a wall, and on that wall is outside, meaning pure ocean, meaning nobody can knock on it. To the left, where their bathroom was, it was I believe it was like something like you couldn't get into that area or whatever. They were getting knocks from the roof, and there was nobody staying above them. They were getting knocks on the door, and when they opened it, there was nobody there. They were
I'm
getting
telling you,
knocks
bro.
on their right. They were getting knocks all over it, but answering their questions. If they were like knock twice if it's a yes, knock once if it's a no. And then there's one like it's all audio, and I think it's like 20 to 30, 40, maybe an hour long. I forgot how long. It's them just communicating, and you can hear their panic in their voice. Bro. Some of them started crying, and from that day, by the way, they didn't drop this video for months. After they dropped like one
I
or
would
two
have cried
videos
too.
of. Obviously, they started talking with ghosts and stuff, and it was
Yeah, most definitely. I
multiple
would have
ghosts, by the
fucking
way.
cried.
What's it called?
Mm.
It was multiple ghosts, and after that, they didn't post. They didn't even drop this video. They posted this video months, almost like a year or two after. This is when they disappeared, and they explained why they disappeared, and then they were like, "Look, we're coming back, and we're doing ghost videos, but this time we're gonna be safe about it." They started doing seances instead of Ouija boards. They started bringing actual equipment, like ghost equipment that people use, like the shit you see on TV. They bought real ones, and they started using that, and they started being safe. They started actually interviewing before they go to places to people who own it, people like people that self-proclaimed witches that like help people with ghost experiences. They started like getting baptized and stuff so they wouldn't have this bad energy around them. And
Yeah.
that's why I fuck with Sam and Kobe so much because it just it's real.
I think that shit is just interesting as fuck. Like all the like that horror shit, bro. I
Yeah,
think like I think something that is interesting to me is like, what are y'all thoughts on like fucking the fact that they kind of like have a science to like ghosts and shit? How do y'all feel about that?
yeah. You see,
Science? Wait, they have a
yeah,
science to that shit?
yeah. It's
Basically,
very
kind of,
yeah.
yeah.
They have
Because it's
levels
like,
to paranormal activity and
yeah,
stuff, like what type of ghost to be. They have a lot of science and
bro.
lore to ghosts itself.
Something I
Oh, you mean like how there's like what's it called? It's like how there's like entities like just like like there's
Yeah,
demons and shit like
basically,
that,
like
right?
there's
And like
way
how
to
there's
tell if a
like
ghost is there and shit. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
like yeah, I completely yeah. I thought you were saying like there's like a way to tell whether or not there's a. Well, actually, no. There obviously is a way to tell that if there's a ghost in your room or not,
Yeah.
because you just
Yeah, you feel it.
like yeah, you feel it. Like it's not.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
they
know.
have
I
like a
just don't get
science
like
to
when
it.
people go. Good.
Well, I will say this, like, reminds me of this old show I used to watch Print on my TV. I feel like, real quick though, I feel like a constant is, bro, why do you, like, a majority of these niggas who decide, they're like, yo, let's go investigate some ghosts, are white,
Yeah.
nigga. We all know it, they white as hell. They
Yeah,
piss
'cause-
pasty fast,
'Cause
bro.
all the other people that do it, bro, you running as soon as something happens, bro.
Hell yeah,
If I
bro.
hear doing,
Yo,
if I see a brick getting thrown at somebody, I'm out. I'm out. You won't see me there.
bro, moment I even hear, like, we chill in the woods, I hear a twig break, yo,
Always, yeah. Nah, I'm running.
bro, I swear to God, I've seen niggas what they're like, it's adventure, let's go, it's adventure.
What do you
Next
mean
thing you know,
it's adventure?
that's all I'm saying. They end
You
up
gonna
dead as
die, nigga.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, I think honestly, I think a good horror movie would be, what if it was realistic but still managed to make it scary? Because
Yeah.
I just feel like people in horror movies, dumbest people to ever exist. I swear to God, bro. Dumbest ever. Like, they just know no logic, bro. I saw one horror movie, right?
No, but like
where-
that's the thing though. Like I feel like okay, so to a certain extent, it's like for me, you may call me stupid for this. I don't really care. But the thing is, like for me, if I'm gonna get really curious. If I hear something in the hallway, like I'm gonna be very hesitant to like go out there for a second, right? But I'm gonna go out there and check anyways, because nigga, what about the rest of my family? Feel me? Like I'm gonna be scared if I hear something.
You know, to be honest, if we're like talking about me specifically, I've trained my brain so that they can be arguing outside my house, there can be gunshots, all of that. I am not looking. It is not my business. There
That's
can
what
be
I'm
a
saying.
woman
Yeah,
getting
exactly.
beat.
Yeah.
That is not my woman. I do not need to get involved with none of
we
that.
can't say all that, bro. But I would say mainly, yeah, bro. I would say mainly, just is none of my business. Cause I've seen horror movies, bro, where they hear like someone in their house, and like they'll hear like someone like they'll take a figure down their hall. Who are you?
I'm not walking near the figure. Oh hell no, nigga! I'm running.
They'll
At
literally,
that point, I'm running.
Yeah,
they'll
that's not my
consciously
house. The
be like,
fuck?
hey guys, let's check out what's down there. Yo,
Yeah.
are you serious, bro?
Yeah, are you dumb?
What do you gain from that? Like all you're gonna gain from that is a potential story. But if you don't live, there's no point in even like.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And
Like
that
what,
brings us
what good is a story if you can't tell it?
And that brings
That's
us
what
to
I'm
like a different topic, which is thrillers. So you got the It movies, you got the Don't Breathe movies with the blind man, and how
Yeah.
it ended. I'm not gonna spoil. That shit was grotesque, and that's why it's a thriller.
I
You
saw
have
that shit. I saw that shit.
the
I saw
Split
that shit.
movie. The Split movies, but that
Oh,
brings
I
us
love
to
the
a whole
Split
nother
movie. I watched
topic
that
that
a
we can
while ago,
introduce
bro.
another day if we get enough likes on this podcast. So I hope everybody
That's what I'm
enjoyed this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Gali Banner, aka Gio, aka Papi Chulo, here joined by.
You so extra, bro. I think that's the difference today, bro.
Yeah.
I'm Kev,
Alright, fine.
and
I try
that's
to be
Justin.
respect. You know what? I
Thank
try to
y'all,
be
like
respectful.
anyone out
Hey,
here.
thank you to and literally anybody that's watched this
Yeah.
podcast episode. Hopefully we
Oh
can go out.
yeah.
and,
Hi mom. How you doing? You liked it? Thank you. Leave a like or something. I
That's
don't
what
know.
I'm.
I don't got
That's what I'm
Spotify.
saying. Whatever platform we drop this on, I really want to say thank y'all for giving it the time of day to just listen to us to chop it up, bro. Thank y'all, and we trying to work for that Sony sponsorship, bro. So
Yeah,
freaking
Sony
sponsor all of us,
sponsorship.
bro. Hell
I know
yeah.
Sony listening.
We'll catch y'all later, bro.